lot of skills you have to demonstrate here. Okay. So when you look at firms and how they operate, you get to split this into two parts. Okay. The first part is called production and costs. Okay. So production and costs. Under production and costs, you will go through different things in the notes, but what I like to do is to split them into themes. Okay. The first theme, I will just call it static versus dynamic analysis. And after we go through this, you should have a sense of how this accounts for a large part of your school notes. Okay. Static versus dynamic analysis. That's the first one. Second, after we go through this, there's one part that's purely memory work. So I don't think I'll spend time or much time on this. This is the concept of economies of scale, internal and external. Okay. So you just have to know different examples of internal EOS, external EOS, content driven, very much just memorizing the different examples. Okay. The third one, there's a small little section on why firms remain small. Okay, why firms remain small. So all these will be covered under, if you like, section 1, production and cost. After you gain the skills from production and cost, okay, you go on to the second part, which is where you learn about different market structures. Okay. So here I'll just call them market structures, ranging from very competitive PC firms all the way to your monopoly, single producer of a unique good. Okay, for some students who are in J1, okay, you might not have finished this topic, but I think at least you will set up the scope for what to do or what you'll be doing in school. Okay, so this next one, market structure, we'll be learning about the features of different firms. Features ranging from barriers to entry, type of information, product nature, market share. I'll give you a certain framework later. Okay. After you recognize the features, it's time to explain how they behave. Behavior of firms. So now that we know, okay, they have these defining features, it's going to influence their behavior. Behavior in terms of how they set price, how they compete. Competitive behavior is also known as strategies of firms. We learned about firm strategies. Okay. The last one, we have seen how to identify them using features, explain their behavior. The last part is to evaluate desirability. Okay. Or if you like, performance of firms. So this is assessed against your social outcomes, efficiency, equity, consumer surplus. Okay. We will also come up with a certain framework to do this. Okay. So which kind of frameworks can you expect today? Frameworks in a sense, okay, I think like last two days we were doing DDSS and market failure. So I said you'll come into the session with your content, right? Now I talk about market structure. Some of you will say, variable costs, fixed costs, PC firms, price rigidity. They are all over the place, right? So what I do is I try to group or I try to distill the content into themes. Altogether, there are 6 themes here. Okay. So from the 6 themes, okay, we will come up with answering techniques. Okay. Answering techniques. Answering techniques, okay. For the first one, you will be going through a structure called A12, B12. Okay, this is the answering technique. Then, when you talk about features, I will share with you another structure. It's called biceps. BICEPS. Okay. Behavior of firms, pricing behavior. There's a structure. It's 1A, 1B, 2, 3, 4. All these will guide you on how to apply your understanding. Okay. Strategies. SES framework. Performance of firms. This framework is known as Cadet XED. Okay. So once again, you walk away with some content understanding. I distill them into the 6 themes. You are going to walk away with answering techniques for these themes. You are going to look through your questions and realize Oh yeah, now I can actually start writing out the essay with a guide, okay? Where is the guide? Most of the things are going to come from the micro console notes. You have them? Yes? Micro console notes. I have a set of macro console notes as well, okay? Okay? Everyone can see, Adik can see, right? Okay, good. So now let's go on to your maybe just a little bit of background because I cannot really start